you. Good evening to all the master present here. I welcome you all in the Spiritual Science Doctor Retreat Day 5. Today's session is about an international best bookseller, which is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which is being presented by Dr. Sachin Manuja. Let me give a brief introduction about Dr. Sachin. He is a 23-year-old young soul and a final year scholar of bachelor's in Ayurvedic medicine and surgery from National College of Ayurveda, Barwala, Hisar, India. He has been meditating since 2017 under the guidance of Dr. Sangeeta Nehra ma'am. As an Ayurvedic student, he follows the dietetic regimen mentioned in the Ayurvedic text and encouraged everyone for the same. He wanted to become a dietitian so that he can help others in order to maintaining their health. He thinks that we all are superheroes in our life and we can heal ourselves. Apart from academics, he loves doing Madhubani painting and other Indian art form. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Sachin so that he can share his words regarding the book The Alchemist. Sachin, over to you.
Thank you, Ishita, for such a nice welcome. Good evening to all the masters, and I hope you all are doing great. It will take a few seconds. I am sharing my screen. This is Sachin Manuja. Today I was introduced as Dr. Sachin Manuja, and this feels such a great privilege to be known as Dr. Sachin Manuja. Thank you for this. I have been introduced. I am a student of final year BAMS student from National College of Ayurveda and Hospital, Barwala Hisar, Haryana. I have been meditating since past 3 years. It has become possible all because of Dr. Sangeeta Nehra ma'am for she introduced me to meditation. I'm so lucky to have you, ma'am. So here, let's talk about experiences of meditation. I'll talk about my experience. I started to meditate about 3 years back. I was the kind of person who did not like my own self, the natural me, the one who I was. I never accepted me, my flaws, my aura, my behavior. I never loved my body, my looks. I almost hated me, hated the kind of one I was, totally unaccepted, unloved by myself. But the day I met Sangeeta ma'am, I loved her and decided to listen to her. She taught us meditation. We started to meditate. While meditating, while meditating and after meditating, I used to enter in a whole different world. The world that I only imagine, that I used to imagine. The world that I always see during imagination. That was only a fictitious world before. But when I meditate, it becomes real. The world that I wanted to have no exit gate. That world made me feel beautiful, made me feel loved. After that, I attended a lot of meditation sessions in Rishikesh, in Delhi, in Gurgaon, in Jind, in Mohali, and also in my college campus. From their teachings and stories, I learned a lot. There, people from all over the India came and shared their experience and their stories. When I heard them, I learned really a lot. I started meditating regularly and experiencing things within. I I started to love myself because people there they taught me to love myself. I started to accept myself the way I was. Maybe I was changed, or maybe I learned to love and accept myself. Now I love myself. I am fully in love with myself. And I'm so full of love that I can spread love. I'm happiest person now. That's how meditation changed my life. Now I can love others too. I can spread love, happiness, and create a whole different world that I always imagined. That was so comfortable to everyone, where everyone is so happy. Though this book I have chosen, you'll all will be like participant, or you all will be the word changing persons. You all will be participating in the creation of that beautiful world that I imagine. Today, we are gathered here to discuss about and learn from a book. We will discuss about a book and we'll learn from it. I have chosen my personally favorite book, The Alchemist, and the author of the book is Paulo Coelho. As you can see in the picture, this is the book, The Alchemist, and the author Paulo Coelho. This is the picture of the author. He is Paulo Coelho. He was born on 24th of August in 1947. He is a writer and a lyricist. He is born in Brazil and his father was an engineer. His mother was a housewife, and he joined legal studies but dropped out soon after a year because his father always wanted him to be a practical person, to have a practical view for his life. So he wanted him to join legal studies. But he was not much practical person. He has always been a spiritual person. So he left that course. And after that, he was married. He was married to an artist, and her name is Christina Otishisha in 1980. And in 1982, he published his first book. His first book was named as Hell Archives, which was not able to which was not a good impact on readers. But after a few years, in 1986, author Paulo Coelho walked around 500 plus miles, the road to Santiago de Compostela, which was located in the northwest of Spain. On the path, he had a spiritual awakening, and he wrote all those spiritual awakening in the book. And the book was named as The Pilgrimage. And the book was liked a lot, like so much. An year later, Paulo Coelho published another book, The Alchemist, and he decided to print only 900 copies. The book was sold. But soon after a few years or months, the book took off. And after a while, an international publisher, HarperCollins, published the book, The Alchemist Back Again. And this time, the book was published in about 38 plus languages. And it was a very good impact on readers. Almost about 500 plus million copies were sold. Thus, this book became an international bestseller book. After this book, the author wrote a novel every 2 years, and the author has published four autobiographies. Four of them are The Pilgrimage, The Hippie, The Valkyries, and Dallas, and rest of them are fictional novels. Recently, a new book has been published by Paulo Coelho, and the name is The Archer. Sorry. And there are other books by the same author, Paulo Coelho, The Pilgrimage. As I have told about this book, the book is autobiography of Paulo Coelho about the time when he walked 500 plus miles and he got a spiritual awakening. And he wrote all his spiritual awakening in this book. And the next book is The Fifth Mountain. And the next book is 11 Minutes by Paulo Coelho. 11 Minutes by Paulo Coelho is a very good story. It is the story of a young girl who became prostitute, but he fell in love with spirituality. The way he find his work spiritual and loved herself, she changed her life. And the next books are Veronica Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho. Veronica Decides to Die is a very good story about a woman who decides to die, who attempts a suicide, but he could not, he didn't die. She didn't die. And when she was admitted to hospital, she fell in love with someone. And then she learned to live. She learned to live again. And then she changed her life with love. And the next book was The Devil and Miss Prim. The Devil and Miss Prim by Paulo Coelho is a story about a devil, about a bad boy who came to a village and want to destroy that village. But when he met a lady, Miss Prim, that lady came to know that the person is a devil. He will destroy the village, and Miss Prim fought with the devil and saved her village. And the next book is The Spy by Paulo Coelho. The Spy is a story of an Indian woman by Paulo Coelho. There are so many other books by the same writer, but we can't discuss about all the books. So my book for today. Today we are here to discuss about a book, and I will discuss about my favorite book, my personally favorite book, The Alchemist. The Alchemist. The Alchemist is a fable of chasing dreams. It is a story about chasing dreams. The Alchemist tells the story of a young shepherd named Santiago, who is able to find treasure beyond his wildest dreams. Along the way, he learns to listen to his heart and, more importantly, realizes that his dreams or his personal legends are not just his but the part of the soul of the universe. He realizes that he is connected to the universe and universe is connected to him. We all are connected. The shepherd's name was Santiago. He is a humble shepherd whose desires are very few. The first one is he wanted to be free to roam with his sheep because he loved his sheep. He was a shepherd and he understand the language that he talked with the sheep. It was a language without word, and he thinks that there is the language without words with which we can with which we can communicate with all the persons, whether birds, whether animals, whether they are plants, whoever they are, whatever they are, we can communicate with them, we can talk to them. There is a language without words. And in the same language, he used to talk to his sheep. He used to tell them about everything he had been through the day. And his next desire was to have some wine in his wineskin. Obviously, wine energizes him, so he was very fond of wine. He wanted to sip wine while reading the books, while he was thirsty, while he was tired, because wine energizes him. He was very fond of wine. And his next desire was to have a book in his bag. He was very fond of reading, so he always keep a book in his bag. He thinks that every word in a book teaches something. Every book in a page, every page in a book has something to teach us. There are some learnings. So he used to read books continuously. He never stopped reading books while roaming around the cities with the sheep. He used to read books. When he get free time, he read books. And while sleeping, he used to keep the books underneath his head and use that book as a pillow. And somehow fate intervenes. however, in the form of the recurring dreams of a great treasure hidden under the thousands of miles away at the base of the Egyptian pyramids. And one night, when Santiago was sleeping under the broken roof of a church with his sheep around him, he got a dream. He had a dream and he ignored it. But after a week, he got the same dream again. He again ignored it. But after a week again, he again had the same dream. And he thought that the dream has some connection with me. It has something to do with me. Why do I get same dreams back again? Why is he having recurring dreams? He was confused. He thought about this. Then he had heard about a lady, an old lady, particularly she was a gypsy. An old lady, she interprets dream. The lady lived in his town, so he get to go to her to let her interpret his dreams. He went to her. The old lady said that your dream is very difficult dream. It is very difficult to interpret. But you should go to the pyramids. You will surely get the treasure there. The shepherd was disappointed. He said he didn't come here for this only. He wanted his dream to be interpreted to what is the meaning of the dream. He wanted to know why is he getting the same dream. As he was disappointed, he thought that the dream is just useless. He should not think about this. And he ignored it then. He went again next day he went to the wool merchant and he was in love with the daughter of the merchant. And when he saw that there were so many customers in the shops, he sat outside on a bench and was waiting for the customers to sell their wool and go away so that he can enter the shop. Right when he was sitting on the bench, an old man arrived there. An old man sat beside him. He said that his name was Melchizedek and he was the king of the Salem. The boy shepherd didn't believe him. He didn't believe him. He ignored him. But the old man, but the old man, sorry, oh, but the old man took a stick and started drawing something on the sand. He wrote the shepherd's father's name and his mother's name also. And he directly said to the boy that, will you go find the treasure in the pyramids or not? You should go. And Santiago was surprised. He thought that how does this old man know about my dream about the treasure? He was startled and amazed. He believed him. Then a strange wise man, the same wise man who claims he is the king of the far off land which was Salem, he decided to seek his treasure. He asked him that you should seek your treasure, you should go after your dream, you should follow your dream, you should believe in the omens, you should read the omens. The omens are basically the messages that God sends you. The God sends you some messages. When you get a dream, you have omens around you. If you read them, they will lead you to the realization of your dream. And the next day, Santiago sells his sheep and embarks to Africa to pursue his dream. Upon arriving in Africa, though, it becomes apparent that things will not be easy as he thought, because there was totally a different language. He was in Spanish. He was in Spain. He used to speak in Spanish. He used to understand Spanish. But now he was in Africa. There, the language was different, totally different. The language was Arabic. He didn't know how to speak and how to understand the Arabic. The first day of Santiago in Africa, he was robbed and left completely alone. When he reached Africa, he went to a bar. There he met a young boy of his same age, and the boy told him that he would lead him to the Egypt, to the pyramids. He should follow him and ask for his money to keep him safe. The shepherd gave him all his money. The shepherd gave him all his money, and he started to follow that young boy. In the bazaar, in the market of the South Africa, the market are so attractive and full of people. He lost that young boy. The young boy was disappeared. All his money was disappeared. All his sheep were sold because he came to Africa to realize his dreams. Now he had nothing. He had nothing with him. He didn't even know the language of this place, and he lost money. He lost his sheep. The ones he lost that girl that he loved, the merchant's daughter. Now he had nothing. He was all alone. At first, Santiago contemplates giving up and turning around. When he was so alone, sad, and disappointed, he thought to give up on his dreams. He thought that he should give up on this dream of this treasure because he will find nothing. The dream is so difficult to realize; it doesn't even exist. He contemplates to giving up, and he thought of going back to the Andalusia, like Spain, where he can be a shepherd again. He can live with the sheep. He can be in love with the merchant's daughter. That was so easy for him. But now he had no money and he was in Africa. He remembers the word of the wise man, the old man, though, and decides to carry on, getting a job at a local crystal shop. The old man he met outside the merchant's shop. He reminded his words. He said that you should follow your dreams, you should pursue your dreams and trust the omens and trust in you, have faith in your destiny. He reminded those words, and those words energized him. Now he again decided to go to the Egypt and pursue the dreams and find the treasure. But for that he needed money and he had nothing. So he saw a crystal shop. He went to the crystal merchant and asked him to keep him under his keep him under his assistance to work. So the crystal merchant said yes, and he kept him under him. Now he was learning to take care of crystals, how to sell them, how to clean them. He he was like he was like the assistant of the merchant now. After working at the crystal shop for a year, learning much about life and about his personal legend, Santiago earns enough money to buy a new flock of sheep and return home. Now it was it it's been it was been it, now it had been an year. He had enough money to go back and buy the double the sheep he had. It was easy for him to go back because his town was just 2 hours away from Africa. At last minute, though, Santiago decides to risk it all and join a caravan to Egypt. When he was in crystal shop, the crystal shop was on the hilltop, and he daily, like on daily basis, every day, he used to see the caravan going to Egypt. So he decided to join the caravan. Why he decided to join the caravan? Why did he not decide to go back to the Andalusia and buy sheep and become a shepherd again? Because when he was packing for heading back to the Spain, the two stones, the two stones were given to him by the old man. The two stones were like omens. Those were the messages from the gods. Those stones helped him to decide, to choose when he was confused. So those two stones suddenly fell off the ground from his bed. He suddenly realized and remembered the old man. He again reminded that the old man has said, don't forget your dreams. Always keep following your dreams, keep chasing your dreams. And he again got energized. He again decided to follow his dreams. So he decides to risk everything and join a caravan to Egypt. Once in the caravan, Santiago meets an Englishman who has come all the way to Africa to seek a renowned alchemist. In the caravan, Santiago met an Englishman. He meets an Englishman. Englishman was in search of the alchemist because he wanted to know alchemy. Alchemist. That is the name of the book. What does it mean? So I should tell you about this now. The alchemist the word alchemist is derived from the word alchem. Alchemy is basically the process. Alchemy is a liquid that turns anything into gold, just like the elixir of life and the prosperous stone. When they both touches anything, the thing is converted into gold. It can convert anything into treasure. That was the process of alchemy. That is what alchemists do. Alchemists used to create alchemy, and alchemy converts anything into gold. That was alchemy, and that Englishman was in search of that person, the alchemist. As they travel through the desert, the Englishman tells Santiago about the secrets of alchemy. Santiago finds the Englishman's idea to be very similar to Melchizedek. Melchizedek, the old man. They both speak of soul and of the word to which we are all connected, and of the necessity of the following our heart's true desire or our personal allegiance. The Englishman said the same thing, that we should follow our heart's true desires. We should follow always that. And we all are connected through omens, connected through this world, through this universe. We all play a different role. We all play a different role in each other's life. Our life is incomplete without someone else, without people around us. Santiago, however, prefers to learn these secrets by observing the world, while the Englishman prefers to learn from complex books. The Englishman was fond of learning books. For him, it was the books that teaches everything. But Santiago, the shepherd, he prefers to learn these secrets through observing the world. While they were traveling in the desert to the Egypt, to the pyramids, while they were traveling to the pyramids, yes, Santiago used to observe the environment, used to observe the wind, the smell of the desert, the sun, and everything, the people around them, and the omens. He thought that every natural thing is an omen. But Englishman, he believed in books only. While they travel, they begin to hear rumors of a coming tribal war, and they both become afraid. And when they reach Alphaeum oases, which were near to the pyramids, they finally arrived there, and that was the home of the alchemist. There, nearby the well, Santiago met a beautiful girl named Fatima. Her eyes were so attractive, and her smile reminded her of eternal love, with whom he immediately falls in love. Thus, Santiago falls in love with a beautiful girl named Fatima. He discovers that love, like the personal legend, comes directly from the soul of the world. Now, when he saw that girl, he thought that he has come here for her only. He felt so beautiful after watching her beautiful face. He saw that her face, the girl's face, is so attractive and charming and reminded of something eternal, something so full of love, that he thought that the destiny has brought him here for the girl only. While walking in the desert, Santiago had a vision of an upcoming battle. Santiago was traveling with that Englishman, and he had a dream, he had a vision that there will be a battle. How He decided that there will be better, because in the sky he watched two eagles fighting with each other. He took it as an omen, a message, and he believed in this. He believed in heart. His heart said that this is a message that there will be a battle. He rushes back to warn the elders at the oasis, and when his vision is confirmed, they offer him a position as a counselor. Now, now Santiago, the shepherd, was positioned as a counselor in the desert at the oasis. Now he was happy. He thought that he had that beautiful girl, and position as a counselor could earn him a lot of money. He could live happily there. Santiago considers staying at the oasis with Fatima, the beautiful girl, but the alchemist finds Santiago and tells him that he will lead Santiago to his treasure. Now Santiago has decided that he will stay at the oasis with that beautiful girl, but the alchemist took him. But the alchemist tells him that he should lead to the treasure. Why did he do that? Why did alchemist do that? Because alchemist told him that these were the omens. These were because of the omens he had become the counselor. One day the omens this does 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year will pass. When the omens are there to lead him to the treasure, to lead him to the beautiful treasure that he dreamt of. But if he will ignore the omens will one day go off. They will not be there. So just then he will lose his position as a counselor, and he will be retired by the elders. Then what will he do? He will neither be a shepherd nor be someone who could follow his dreams. He would be of nowhere. That's how the alchemist teaches him that he should again follow his dreams. Once again on the move, the alchemist teaches Santiago to listen to his heart. Heart can be treacherous, but the best way to keep them from fooling you is to listen to them intently with all your intuitions, because heart will never take you to the wrong path. Heart will always take you to the good path. Almost to the pyramids, Santiago and the alchemist are taken prisoner by a warring tribe. While they were traveling through the desert to the pyramids to the Egypt, they were warred by the tribe people. And the alchemist tells the tribesmen that Santiago the shepherd is a beautiful magician. He is powerful, who can turn himself into the wind. The tribesmen were impressed, and they said they will spare the lives of the man if Santiago can do it. After 3 days of meditating, Santiago uses his knowledge of soul of the world to ask the elements to help him, because he could not turn himself into the wind. So he asked the elements, the 5 elements, to help him. First he asked the desert, then he asked the wind, and then he asked the sun, and then finally he asked the soul of the world. Immediately the wind wipes up, and Santiago disappears and reappears on the other side of the camp. Thus he was turned into the wind. The alchemist takes his leave. Oh, thus he was turned into the wind, and those tribe people left them. He said them, they believed them and left them, and thinking that they are safe, they let them go. They let them go to the pyramid. The alchemist takes his leave of Santiago, who continues on to the pyramids. Now the alchemist left Santiago because further it was his it was only the Santiago's journey. It was only the shepherd's journey towards the dream, towards the treasure. And the alchemist had made a gold plate, and he divided that plate into 4 parts. One part he gave to the Santiago the shepherd, he kept one part with him, and the third part he gave to the monk nearby the monastery. They stopped near the monastery, and then the fourth part of the gold plate he gave to the monk and said that if If the Santiago, the shepherd, ever comes back, give that give that the fourth piece to him if he needs it. Once there, Santiago is attacked. Now, after like handing over the gold plates, Alchemist left, and Santiago continued his journey towards the pyramid. Once there, Santiago is attacked by robbers, asked what he is doing there while he was digging underneath the base of the pyramids. Some people attacked him and asked if what he is doing there. Santiago replies that he had a dream of treasure buried at the base of the pyramids. One of the robbers laughs at him and says that he has had the exact same dreams, except that in the except that he except that in his the treasure was buried in Spain. Santiago realizes that Santiago was upset, but he took that as an omen. His heart told him that it is an omen that the treasure is not here, not underneath the pyramids. The treasure is in the Spain. And the story then jumps forward in times and finds Santiago digging a hole at the base of the tree where he had his dreams. When he when to while going back, he was robbed. As he was robbed, and his gold plate was with those people. Now he had nothing. So he went to the monastery and asked that monk to give him the gold plate that alchemist left them there for him. The monk handed over him the gold plate, and now he had the gold. So, with the help of the gold, he raced back to Spain, to Andalusia, where he was living with the sheaves. He started to dig. He started to dig the place right where he had that dream, underneath the broken roof of the church, underneath the tree, the sycamore tree. And he found that bucket. He found that box full of gold, treasure, pearls, and crystals. The story this jumps forward in the time and finds Santiago digging a hole at the base of the tree where he had his dream. Sure enough, he finds a trunk full of gold, good enough for him and Fatima to live happily life for a long time. And then he talked to the wind and yelled like, I am coming, Fatima, because he had now the treasure and everything. He was happy because he could buy sheep. He could be a shepherd again with that treasure also. Thus the story ends. He finds his treasure. The alchemist finds his treasure. Now, this was just like a brief summary of the story. I have collected some learnings from the book. I will now let you all know about that. And the first one is, it is the simple things in life that are the most extraordinary. Only wise can understand them. So now, in my interpretation, I will let you know how I interpreted these learnings. And the first one was the same that I recited right now. And it is a simple thing. The dream was so simple that he will find a treasure underneath the Egypt, underneath the base of the pyramids. But only the extraordinary can understand them. The dream was so simple yet extraordinary because while chasing his dream, while the realization of the dream made him learn so many things, that the realization of dream made him an extraordinary person because now he had a lot learned. And the second one is, when you want something truly from the heart, the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. So true. This is really true because when we do something with all our heart, everyone, everything around us helps us achieving it, helps us to get this. So whenever you dream of something, do that thing with all your heart so as you can achieve it, so as everyone around us start to help us. God has made a path for everyone to follow. You only need to read the omens that He left for you, just like that. God has, when you get a dream, God plans your journey. He makes a path that you should follow. Everyone has a different path toward their dreams, and one should follow them. One should How can one follow them? Through the omens. Omens are basically the messages from the God. If one follow the omens, he always reaches his dream. He always realizes dreams through the omens, because there are omens around us everywhere. If we follow them, if we can make their meanings, we can reach our dreams. And the fourth one is, when we do not live in the past nor in the future, we can concentrate only on the present. We will be happy and our life will be a party, because there are beautiful blessings everywhere. Yes, when we concentrate on present only, we become most happy person, because at present we have like infinite of blessings around us. Everything is a blessing if we focus on that. We should not live in the past because we cannot change them. We cannot live in the future because we probably do not know what will happen next. We can only focus on the present. We should only focus on the present. And if we are in present, we should count all the blessings around us. Like when I come to count now, when I count my blessings, the blessings I find infinite. They are infinite. Just like that, you can, if you start counting your blessings, you will find them infinite, because and life will become beautiful. And when there are so many blessings, life becomes a party worth celebrating. And the fifth one is, remember, where your heart is, there you will find your treasure or happiness. Just like shepherd, his heart was with the sheep. His heart wanted to be a shepherd. His heart was there in Spain. He found his treasure there only. Just like that, whatever you want to do, whatever your heart says, do that thing. It will make you happy person. And the sixth thing is, in the journey of the realization of the dreams, one is subjected to test of his persistence and courage. So one should be fearless and stuck to his dreams. Yes, the journey of realization of the dream might be difficult. There might be so many difficulties. And the difficulties will because no any dream should be easy to achieve. I think so. It should be difficult to achieve. So as we can learn a lot of things, we can learn a lot of stuff while achieving it, while working toward it. And destiny subject us to tests. Our destiny subjects us to test our persistence and courage. So we should be fearless, because we should only courageous people can dream and work for them and achieve them. So know that you are fearless. If you dreamed of something and you are working for the dream, you are fearless, and be even more fearless while achieving it. Do not be afraid of anything. Keep it up to your dreams. And the seventh thing is, one is love, because one is loved. No any reason is required for loving someone or for being loved. Yes, it was about Fatima, because Fatima and the shepherd. The shepherd left Fatima because he wanted to follow his dreams. He wanted that treasure. And Fatima accepted this thing. And she thought that love is loved because one is loved. Everyone is loved because everyone is loved. There should be no any reason for loving someone or for being loved. One should love other person without any reason. Because if there is any reason, one day the reason will vanish away. And it will vanish your love also. But I think love should be eternal. Love should be infinite. So let love be eternal by loving other person without any reason. This way we can be loved infinite. And the eighth one is, talk your heart that the fear uh, tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. And no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams. Yes, when we think about future, na, in present, when we think about future, we become fearful, we become afraid. This is how, when we think about suffering, that feeling of thinking about suffering is worse than the suffering itself. We suffer more when we think about the sufferings. So one should not be thinking about sufferings. Whatever will happen, it has to happen. Let it happen. It will teach us something. One should not be afraid of this thing. When you have a dream and you're working for it, it should be fearless. You should be courageous enough. And the ninth is, there is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Yes, when you had a dream and you are on the way to realize it, do not be afraid of being a failure. If you are working for it, you will work upon it, and you will find a way. You will find your dream. You will realize it. There should not be any fear of failure. But when you are feared of something, it becomes difficult to achieve. The dreams become impossible, almost impossible. So one should not be fear of failure. Let what happens happen. And the tenth one is, everyone on this earth has a treasure that awaits him. Yes, everyone on this earth has a happiness that awaits him. Dreams are basically, I think, a bundle of happiness. When we achieve it, it is a treasure. It is just like a treasure, a bundle of happiness. We want that, and everybody has happiness is waiting for them. If you get a dream of something, you go for it. You When you will get it, it will be like a happy bundle of happiness. You will become so happy person, and everyone's happiness is there present. It is just waiting for them. One should go and achieve it. And the 11th is, everything that happens once can never happen again, but anything that happens twice will surely happen a third time. Yes, I personally believe this. Whenever something happens, I don't know if it will, for the first time, I don't know it will happen again or not. I don't think about it. But if something has happened two times, it will surely happen again. I don't have any explanation to this, but I believe this. And the 12th is, every person on this earth plays a central role in the history of the world. He doesn't even know about it normally. This is so true line. This is really the best line I have had throughout reading this book. Every person on this earth plays a central role. Yes, you, me, he, him, everyone. Everyone is playing a role. Everyone is playing a role in everybody else's life. We are a part of this universe, and our universe is incomplete without us. If we are here, we are here for something. We do not know it normally. We always know about our role in our life only, but we always play a role in someone else's life. So we should be grateful for this. We should be kind, generous, and we should love. We should be kind. There should be kindness. There should be acceptance in us. So as we can play the role we have to play in others' lives, we should play that in an easy way. These are the 12 teachings, the lessons that I have learned from this book. And the references are from Google, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Thank you. I would like to say thank you to Kathy ma'am and to Sangeeta ma'am and to my friend Pooja for encouraging me, because I was really not this much confident. And thank you, Ritu, for helping me with this PowerPoint presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sachin. It was very pleasant to hear you, and the message you want to convey that you can achieve your goal very easily, but the main thing is to stick to your goal and take each and every step toward attaining your goal and continue work hard toward it. If you work hard with full honesty, then whole universe will help you in achieving your goal. We all know that we should work hard, but we always tries to find shortcut and blames our destiny. But we had to work hard and should stick to our goal. Once again, thank you so much, Sachin, for such a wonderful presentation. Now I want to request Dr. Sangeeta Nehra ma'am for her words of wisdom.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, Ishita. Wonderful presentations, Sachin.
Thank you, ma'am.
Actually, when you are telling in the starting how I came into meditation, I'm becoming little bit emotional because in 2016 and 17, when I was doing my research on HIV patient, and when I visited in your college, so you were have taken admission in as a Ayurveda scholar as a first year student. So at that moment, I was remembering that all of you 60 students were little bit like not happy with taking admission in Ayurveda college, and so many things all of you shared with me. And I said that you are a wonderful uh, group of souls, because at the modern level you will study only you will have to learn everything about the physical, emotional, spiritual, and you are more lucky. I think you have done something in the past incarnation, so good karma, so that's why you have taken in Ayurveda college. So all of you agree with me at that time, and I was feeling so happy then. And then I dare to start telling about my meditation experiences, and how I came into meditation, and how I have changed my life from a normal human being to special human being, because I was also finding out so many things in my life. And when you are telling about, and when you started telling about the story, so the whole scene of that of 2016 and 17, when I visited and stayed with you in the hostel, and all of you, that group now is in final stream, and you are becoming a doctor now. So it is a wonderful moment for all of us. I want to say this thing for everyone, every Ayush doctor or Ayurveda doctor. You have to must be spiritual. You have to inculcate the spiritual wisdom within you, because you are the special beings. Why you have come on this earth? You, everyone wants to become unique, but how you can become unique? So I remember that one thing, that one Ayurveda scholar asked me at that time, that what is the difference between prayer and meditation. So uh, then I remember that one quote, that prayer is a quote of Patriji. Prayer is like an outpost, and meditation is like the central headquarter. And go for the central headquarter, not for the outpost. And only through meditation, only through enlightenment, only through hearing others' life experiences do we come to know of our own grand self, and our own universal self, our own cosmic self, and that is becoming a master. So I'm so happy that you are all of you, all Ayurveda doctors and all Ayush doctors who are following the meditation, and you are sharing the meditation experiences. You all of a wonderful, divine, beautiful master. So this is the message from my side, that you also now a doctor. So you have to encourage your juniors, your young ones. Okay, so wonderful presentation, Sachin. And one thing I noticed, that when you are explaining this book, so like when first time when he met the Fatima, and love that comes from the soul of the world. So that is the real love, that if we love unconditionally,
Yes, ma'am.
unconditionally, like if we love flowers, so is there any condition? No.
No.
If we love plants, animals, okay, so we have to love unconditionally without any expectations. I think most of the time we expect something from others. That's why we are not fell in real love. So it is important to be real within ourselves first, and we have to find out like the self love, and then we have to distribute the love unconditionally. And second thing, uh, like Ishita has explained very beautifully, that if we have any goal, so persistently we have to follow the goal. No doubt there we have many challenges in our that following that goal, but we have to follow persistently, and we have to courage to see that challenges and to come out from that lessons and challenges, and we have to achieve the goal, we have to achieve our dreams. So wonderful presentation. Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
and thank you all, PMC family, and thank you all masters, thank you all audience. And tomorrow again we will have a new speaker of Ayurveda. Thank you so much. So let us go for a meditation for 5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you just start, Sachin. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. So, everyone, calm yourself. Uh, Relieve every thought out of your mind very fast. And then close your eyes. Clasp your hands. Close your legs. Cross your legs. Close your eyes and start focusing on your breathe. The way you breathe in slowly, slowly. Keep it natural. Breathe in. Go with the breathe. Be with your breathe. The way, notice the way you breathe in and the way you breathe out. Notice where it goes when you breathe in, and notice to what way it goes out when you breathe out. Be with your breathe only. Don't fight with your thoughts. Let them come and let them go. They'll come. Don't bind to them. Just let them go. Just focus on your breathe only. The way it is coming in and the way it is coming out. Let yourself feel the calmness. Let yourself feel the most beautiful way you have ever feel. Release out every toxins when you breathe out. And inhale the positive things. Inhale the positivity when you breathe in. Be with the breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You guys now can open your eyes slowly, slowly.
Thank you so much, Sachin. And a heartily thanks to Sai Krishna sir, Sangeeta ma'am, PMC UK, PMC USA, PMC Haryanvi, PMC English, Health Channel Malaysia for providing us a platform so that we can enlighten ourselves and others. Thank you so much. So tomorrow we will again meet at the same time with a new book and a new